Hello everyone, this is 𝘆𝗵𝘁, the host of the Universal Webinars. I welcome you all in today's webinar from my own self and from the whole team of the Universal Webinars. As you all know, the topic of our today's webinar is Software Development Lifecycle by Mr. Hailemeskel Tollossa from the Finland. I will start with the short introduction of our today's speaker. Mr. Tollossa from the Finland is an Ethiopian. He has a BSc degree in industrial engineering from Ethiopia and Finland. He was awarded BA in business information technology. He is certified in the Ruby and Rail course, and he is a well-known international speaker. That's great. As we are meet it every week in some webinars, and many of our participants are very much aware about our sections, but I will repeat and tell you about our today's sections. We will have three sections hopefully, and the first section, our today's speaker Mr. Haile will present in front of you about the topic. After that, we will get our guest online, which who was very much active in our previous webinar. As it is our rule that who actively participate in our webinar, we take him or her as our guest in the next webinar. So this is opportunity for you all also to grab. If you will be active today, you can be selected as a guest of our next webinar. That section will have 5 to 10 minutes. After that section, we will have the last section of the question answer from you all. So be prepared and prepare your questions. Your questions will be taken here and will be answered from our today's speaker. In all these three, after all these three sections, now I will tell you about something process of the certificate. Certificate will be only provided to those participants who will fill up the feedback form. And about the feedback form, where is its link, from where you will get it. So its link will be shared with you in the last in a few last minutes of the webinar, means in between the question answer section, which is the very last section of our today's webinar. I repeat, we will share the feedback form link in the very last of the webinar, so you all have to remain connected to us. And the other thing is that if you are filling up the feedback form and you are facing any error, you have to contact us within 2 hours. After 2 hours, your complaint will be not registered. And the third thing is that those who haven't subscribed our channel yet might feel error or might face difficulty in getting certificates, because our team will remonitor all those participants who haven't subscribed the channel and will not send the certificates to them. So to avoid any error or issue, you all have to do what? You have to subscribe our channel and also fill up the feedback form. After that, one thing which I want to clear in the start, that our today's guest, we are trying to contact our today's guest, but she is, I think, online unavailable for a few minutes, or for because of the net we can't connect to her. As we will contact her, we will get her live, but if we couldn't take her, then we will skip that section of the question and section of the guest, and we will move toward the question answer section. So now I will over to Sir Haile. And the last thing which I want to tell you all, that those who want this PPT presentation, which will be presented in front of you, have to text us on the email. Only those people will get the PPT presentation who will ask for it. We will not send it to all the participants. We will only send certificates to all of you, but PPT will be provided to you on demand. Even though it is free, but it will be provided to you on demand. You can contact us through Facebook, Messenger, WhatsApp, or email. Now I will over the further proceedings to our today's speaker. Thank you, sir.
Can I continue?
Yes, sir. Please start.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tollossa Hailemeskel, an Ethiopian who lives in Finland. As my presenter explained me earlier, I have bachelor's degree in industrial engineering and BA degree in business information technology, which is about doing business using software. So to say something as because I'm allowed to say I'm allowed as an Ethiopian, I want to say all of you something in my official language, which is Amharic. ውድ ተመልካቾቼ ስለ ሶፍትዌር ኢንጂነሪንግ ላወራ ነው እና ስላዳመጣችሁኝ በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። ቴንክ ዩ። So let's go to the point. The title of this presentation is Software Development Life Cycle. The main reason I chose this topic is because nowadays, before it used to be like in industrial era, like so everything is about metal, machine, things like that. Now it's changed to IT revolution area. So everything is connected to computer. For example, we used to drive car, which is manual. Now it's becoming automatic. That means software. In some industries, example Japan, they are using robot instead of human being. So cheap labor workers now in the next future may be replaced by robots. So the software, there is some software he control all these kind of things. If you look at our cities, there is CCTV camera. There is some kind of code or programming behind that which control all these kind of activities. Go to office. We used to have manual work. Now there is no manual. Everything is automated. So there is software or coding behind that. So that's the main reason why I chose this. Thanks for this software technology or IT area. We all are like seeing each other. Maybe the presenter is from Pakistan. I am from Finland. Also, the guests from different countries. You are here seeing each other at this time because of this software technology. So thanks for people who invest their time, energy for us and to make our life very simple. So as I told you earlier, software technology is like very big subject. We don't have like enough PowerPoint or time to talk all about it. But I want to limit myself just how software is developed. So that's why I choose software development life cycle. Software, let's define what is software development life cycle. It is a systemic approach by software developer which ensures that the software is developed correctly and whether software is developed in a correct way or not, plus according to the customer need. So this is a software definition. This is a definition of software development life cycle. It has many phases, like 7 or yeah. Let's go to the next part. It has software development life cycle have many phases, around 7 phases. The first one is requirement collection and analysis. The second one is feasibility study. The third one is design. The fourth is coding. The fifth is testing. The seventh, installation or deployment. The last part is maintenance. Since like all these 7 phases, I'm unable to put all in one slide. So for people's, I put this software development life cycle phase in one picture. It's like people now can see it like at one. This one is, the first one is requirement analysis. The second one is feasibility study. The third one, design. The fourth, coding, testing, installation or deployment, and maintenance. Just to so you guys see, I want you to see the all phases in one picture. That's why I put it here. So let's go to the detail about each software development life cycle. Okay, it's software development life cycle. It's like involves writing, maintaining source code in broader sense. It includes process from conception of stakeholder software zero from the beginning to the final. So the first stage of requirement analysis and the first stage of requirement analysis, requirement collection and analysis is the first phase of software development life cycle, which is conducted by senior team member with an input from stakeholder and uh, stakeholder and team members. This requirement analysis and collection analysis phase gives a clear picture about the whole project, the whole software this software development process, because maybe some of the stakeholders may have a profession from like not related to IT, so it will be very hard for them to clear a clear picture. For example, if we talk about housing building, we can do some kind of 3D picture. We show them. It's easy, but software is kind of invisible, so it's very hard to grasp about like software development product. So it's like very hard to see what is this software product. So this is the first stage of this software development life cycle. That is requirement analysis, requirement collection and analysis give clear picture for the stakeholders. The second one next to requirement analysis and collection is feasibility study. This feasibility study defines and documents the software needs. What software needs? Define those needs. For example, for what purpose we are going to design this product? Are we going to build software that automates the activity of activity of some car manufacturing factory, or the activity of some restaurants or hospitals, or probably the activity of all activities, the activity of all cars running around in our cities? If it is the case, then define document for those needs. That's feasibility study. This feasibility study process conducts with help of software requirement specification. So this is conducted according, there is some standard requirement specification. Collect all these kind of things, check for their visibility based on the standard, which is software specification, or in other name 𝘆C. In this feasibility study, there are 5 types of feasibility check. We have to check from economic point of view, from legal point of view, operation point of view, technical point of view, and the schedule. When you say economic, are we going to do this project, this software project, with amount of budget we have or not? Are we going to add extra, or are we going to do it with less amount of money, or with exact amount of budget we have? This is economic feasibility. The second one is legality. Is this product, software product, is it legal, or maybe is it like, for example, if after we produce this project, is it like from moral point of view, is it possible to use this software product in our community? How about the government law according to this product? Does it go with the law of the government or community, or from moral point of view, is our community like it or not? For example, if you use software in a very remote area, if you are going to build in a remote area, when I say remote, is too remote, maybe people are very traditional for like very traditional or very religious people maybe it's like software. Maybe they think that is kind of evil thing to use computer. Maybe it's evil, so it's kind of like losing some kind of money or customer. Like it will be waste of time if you build this kind of things for this type of people. So we have to wait until they wake up. Otherwise, no use. The third one is operational feasibility. Is it after we build the software, is it operable or not? So we have to check this one too. From the fourth one is technical. When I say technical, the software we are going to be built, is it available to, like, are you going to use this software in our operating system, or we have to buy again another operating system for our product? So I have to check that. For example, if we didn't check if the product we built is not run in our operating system, it will be waste of money and waste of time. So we have to check also this technical feasibility. The fifth and the last one is the schedule. Are we going to build this software with available time, with specific amount of time, or we have to add more time? So for example, if you are building software, that software may be seasonal. Maybe some products may be needed during winter time or maybe during summertime. So our plan was to build that that product, software product, which is going to be used during summer. So if you are unable to build before summer, then it will be useless. So we have to check all these kind of things. That's why it's very important, this feasibility check. The third part of software development life cycle is design. Design. This is a phase, the system, and the software design documents are prepared as per requirement specification and documents. This which means we design the software based on requirements, software requirements specification. Then after it pass feasibility analysis, then we design it based on the previous two phases. In this design phase, the documents are developed in two phases. The first one is high level design phase. The second one is low level design phase. So let's look at both of them in the next slide. The first one is high level design. High level design give a brief description and name of each model. Outline the functionality of each model. Interface relationship dependencies. Database table identified along with key elements. Complete architecture diagram along with technology detail. This high level design gives gives explanation on design. Low level design is functional logic, which describes, when you say low level design, which means we get on this low level design, we get more information in our on our project, which gives us functional logic to the module, database table, which includes types and size, complete detail of the interface, address all types of dependency issue, listing of error, complete and output every module. Coding. Coding, this is the fourth phase of software development life cycle. Building the system building the system using programming language assigned to the system. We can build the system using, like, nowadays we have a lot of programming language, call it C++. It started with C, I guess, then C++, then C#, then Java came. Now we have Python, Ruby and Rail. They are like different kind of programming language. So either of we can use either of them to build software. When you say coding, coding is like what makes us possible to create software. Or like on our phone we use uh, many apps like maybe some kind of games, or we have also Facebook or different kinds of apps. We have browser like Mozilla, Firefox, Safari, all are built by code. This is the key part of software. All are important, but the key part of software development life cycle is coding, which makes life to our software. Others are theory, like feasible requirement analysis and collection, feasibility, design. All are kind of draft paper. All are just kind of draft paper which we can see either in computer or on paper. But it's the one who coding is the key part that makes our software live. We see interaction of our product, or we interact with our product because of this coding phase. The next is testing. Testing is done to verify that the entire application works according to customer agreements. Of course, not only like software, when you buy even clothes or something, you have to check whether it's fit for us or not. If you buy some car, you have to check its mileage or drive it like 100 or 200 or 300 meters, the functionality of the car, or buy house, everything you have to check before we pay for that. Similar to that, there's also software. We have to test whether it works according to the customer agreement or not. So does it meet the customer expectation or not? So all these things will be checked in this testing phase. So for this testing, there are many available software. Like there is software like we use to test, like Selenium or other kind of testing software. For example, this Visual Studio it has its own artificial intelligence to test. But for that for that matter, also there should be someone who tests the project whether it's working or not. So there should be some list from the customer. So we check each step, each phase of this product, test whether it's working according to the agreement or not. If it works according to the agreement, the software will be passed. If not, fails on. It has to go all the way back to step by step, all the way back to the first phase, which is requirement analysis and collection. Then back to this. But if everything's all right, then it goes to the next phase, which is deploying, or in other words, installation. Let's hope that everything works according to our customer agreement, then go for deployment. Installation and deployment. This happen during after like testing phase. We got some feedback from project manager. Then if the feedback is okay or positive, then the final software is released, so and checked for deployment. Then it will be installed in every available machine. Then the last part of software development life cycle is maintenance. In this maintenance, three activities occur. The first one is bug fixing, upgrading, enhancement. When you say bug fixing, there are some scenario, maybe intentionally or unintentionally, which left untested. So if there are some section of the software part which is not passed through testing, so we will find out them in bug fixing. then then if there is some bugs, in other words error, so the product will be sent to the previous system, which is two step before the previous. That means testing again, tested to get rid of these bugs or error. The next one is upgrade. Upgrade means upgrading the software to the current version of the system. So it has to be compatible with the system we have, so we have to upgrade it. The last one is enhancement. Enhancement means adding features, new features to the system. So we accomplished our maintenance phase by making all three activities: bug fix, which means getting rid of all errors, upgrading our software to the current system, I mean the modern system or recent available system. Enhancement means adding features which make our product very compatible with anything like we have. So far we explained software development process. So in theoretical, so from technical point of view, we can see it in this picture. Architecture of software, it has design phase, it has effect on quality of attributes, IT environment, human dynamics, and business strategy. When I say business strategy, the benefit we are going to get after we build the system. So for example, we invest this amount of money, so we should have some kind of return of investment. So when we get what we invested on, when we start to make profit, from which time or date are going to make profit out of it. Quality, the quality of product we are offering to the community or to the country, IT environment, its effect on the environment of all IT area. Is it going to create better environment or as normal, or maybe it's making it down our environment? Human dynamics. When you say human dynamics, so when you say human dynamics, its effect on our software workers. For example, our people, are they well enough or well educated to use our system, or we have to teach them like that? If they are not good enough, so we have to train them, then they can use our products. If they are good enough for that, then no need of training them. So in this phase, I want to highlight about architectural pattern, set of architectural design decision to solve design problem. We know the pattern in the model software. When it says when we talk about designing software, there are three patterns, or maybe you can see it like in IT area, it's called like front side, back side. That's the one is storage side, database storage. Frontier means front side. Front side means the one we see in the front. For example, if you are using Facebook or Gmail or other kind of activities, Skype, you see some kind of place to register, or maybe to see some people's picture like that. So that is front side. We see things, maybe we put some kind of input, but we don't know where it's going. We ask for some information, we get some information. But people from non-IT area may get confused what's going to happen behind. But people from IT area knows it, how it's going. So this front side may be static. Just for example, you read some kind of news, that's a static. Just you see something, read. No, there's no interaction. That is front side. The build those front side or front tire we use only HTML and CSS. The middle part is middle tire. That's what the software. That's what makes the software live or more interactive. To make it more interactive, we use JavaScript. Then our website makes some kind of motion. For example, if you put some kind of data, we ask for some information, we get reply. Mm, we put some information and it will go to saved somewhere. For example, if you use Facebook, you are new user, so you put in information, password, username, create something, then click submit. It will go and saved in somewhere in the data. That is the last part, story data. So if you want to log in, you put your username and your password, then you will get your information. The post, you see everything, what you post, what picture you post, what kind of people follower, how many friends you have, all this kind of thing will come to you because all are registered under your file. There is data which is created by your name. So this is like this more interactiveness is created by using language JavaScript. The last part is storage part, that's database, store all the data. So this is how software works. The front side, we ask some information from the front side or take information from the front side. But the middle one, who do all activities, is that connectors the back and the front is the middle tire. We ask for some information with our specific ID. Then the middle tire go to the database, ask for the information we asked with the ID we give. So we got, our question will be displayed on the front side. If you put some kind of information, the middle tire take all the information you put and keep it in the data storage, which is assigned to our unique ID. So the way to get started is to get talking and begin doing. Walt Disney, its favorite quote. I saw it on this slide, so I don't want to remove it, but I want to share it to you guys. Thank you. As software developer, as software engineering graduate, I tried my best to explain the software development process from theoretical, some sort of practical point. So I think, yeah, this is what I want to say you guys. So if you have some question, you are welcome.
That's great, sir. Thank you very much. You
Thank you.
have done a great job. Thank you for your very much valuable and worthy presentation. Now, as I already told that we have no guest today because the guest has an internet issue. Many of you guys has emailed me, but no one has completely responded me to get the link to join. So even if anyone is willing to join us right now as a guest for one question from Sir Hele, he or she can email us, then we will share the link and the procedure of joining. But if not, then that's okay. So now I over to you all guys. You can share your questions regarding software development life cycle. Sir is waiting to answer you all. We are giving you 3 to 4 minutes. You all can paste your questions in the comment box. We are waiting for you. We are waiting for your questions. You all can paste your questions in comment section. We are waiting for your questions. The audience can paste their questions in the comment box section. Your questions will be answered right now from our today's speaker. We are giving you a few minutes. Just write your questions and paste them in the comment box. So here we are with our first question of our today's webinar from Mr. 𝘆𝗵𝘁. He's asking, what project management tools have you used?
Aha, that's good. I used this project management tool. MS project management tool is the first one that the usually again for like software development it's better to use Scrum Master. They have their own tool for software development. But I use this MS Microsoft MS software management tool.
That's great. Guys, if you don't have any question, we can move on to the feedback form link and then we can finish the webinar. But I hope you all have a lot of questions. You all have a lot of queries regarding software development life cycle because you have been with us from the 1 hour, so you have many questions. You can go ahead. Do not late. We are waiting for you. Till that, I want to repeat you all that those who want PPT presentation have to text us and have to demand for it. We will provide you free, but we want a demand from you. We do not send it to you all. And the other thing is that those who have any issue regarding the feedback form link or the feedback form or the internet, they have to contact us regarding that within 2 hours from the end of this webinar. If you will not contact us within the 2 hours, then your query or the complaint will not be taken. So you have to contact us within 2 hours. So I think I have another question. So here is the question. Is it for you or is it for me? I have the problem about the patron. What is the meeting patron according to what you have said? Because I know we have different patrons. I think that they are asking from me about the patron of our today's webinar.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So here is a question for you as well. What good practice can you suggest when doing projects?
Ah, good practice. Mm, I uh, I mean regarding software projects, I advise him to start like things in small things, maybe kind of 4 days projects, then go step by step, then do big things.
Before taking another question, I will also tell you one thing. When we will end this webinar, we will end this live session, we will end this live broadcasting. The comments which you or me have already written or pasted will be disappeared. So in that regard, the feedback form link will be also disappeared. So to get that feedback form link even after the end of webinar, you can copy this link and paste it anywhere else. You can take your time to fill up the feedback form because we will disable the link after 1 to 2 hours. After 2 hours, we will disable the acceptance of the link. Till that, you can fill that feedback form. So here is the other question. What are the software that we must learn to create app and websites?
Uh, okay. The first thing is learn. I advise them to learn. It's MS. Start with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's basic. After they completed this, then they go to Java or C Sharp, any kind of programming. But the three is a must: CSS, HTML, and JavaScript.
So here is the other one. Miss Mary Claire Garcia is asking, does HTML can be used as one of the software development tool?
Yes, it can be used. We can build like static software using HTML with
And yes, sir. Yes, sir. You continue.
yeah. I mean, we can build like a static website using HTML together with CSS. But to make it like more interactive, we have to add JavaScript.
That's great. So,
Yeah.
one thing which I want to announce here that Miss Mary Claire Garcia, you can text us or email us because you are also selected as one of our guests for our next webinar. You are selected as a guest of our next webinar, so you can email us regarding this. We will further tell you about the procedure there. You have to email us if you want. And the other one who is selected as a guest is this person whose question I have already pasted, Ray Mark
Okay.
Paz. You have to also contact because you are also selected as our guest. Congratulations to you both. So I think we have no other question right now, and we should end this webinar. We are giving you 2 minutes more. If you have any question, you can ask from sir. We are giving you 2 minutes more. If you will not paste any question,
I
so
think
here is a question. He's
uh,
asking. Yes, sir.
CSS, the basic.
CSS.
Yeah. JavaScript, HTML, and CSS.
So here is the question. That what is another pattern and design?
What is another pattern and design? What do you mean by pattern?
Please clear your question, Miss Marichu or Sir Marichu. So I think no one will pass the question as everything is very much well cleared by you, and you have done a great job. So no
Oh,
one has any query or the
thank you very much.
question. Thank you, sir. If you all have any query, we are giving you 2 minutes. You can ask because this is the opportunity for you to ask anything from Sir Tollossa. For he will go, and if we will end this broadcast, you will not take this opportunity again. So if you all have any query, you can take benefit of the experience of our today's speaker. Go
Uh, thank,
ahead.
thank you very much, man, for giving me the chance. Plus,
So there,
I want to say sorry because I was not into time.
no,
So I'm
that's okay, sir. That's okay, because we understand that everyone has different schedules. We have a
yeah.
lot of other speakers who are waiting also. So here is the question from our participant. What is the trend in our industry about SDLC? Here is from, yes sir.
Aha, our trend in our industry about software. I can say it's like uh, most of like our software projects are not going according to the plan because software is like kind of complex project. So like I can't say like 50-50.
That's good.
It's like very complicated projects, this software thing. So I can't say like 50-50.
So we are here going to end this our today's broadcast, and we are really really sorry that we couldn't connect you with our today's guest because of internet instability. She's unavailable here, and
Okay.
because of only that our 1 hour section has reduced to 50 minutes, as we have at least 1 hour section, but because of these 10 minutes which are shortened because of that internet issue, we are sorry. I, from all of my team and from our today's speaker and from all, thank you participants to join us, and from my team I thank you very much to our speaker for giving this very very worthy and valuable presentation. Thank you all, thank you very much. We will hopefully arrange many webinars in future. We have a lot in upcoming days as well. So stay connected to us on Facebook, YouTube, and the Gmail. And those who haven't subscribed our channel, they can subscribe to get the notification for the upcoming webinars. And you can ask any query or the question through WhatsApp or the Facebook Messenger. We have also WhatsApp group. You can join that WhatsApp group. The link of that WhatsApp group is given on our Facebook page. In that WhatsApp group, you will be updated regarding our next webinars. And thank you, sir. Hopefully, we will have many other sections with you in future as well.
Okay. So can so are you guys going to provide some kind of certificate or
Yes, sir. You and the all audience will be provided with the certificate in 2 days, hopefully.
okay? So WhatsApp.
Yes, sir. We will WhatsApp and email you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Have
all.
a nice rest of the day.
Have a nice day to all.